I don't want to like I know I keep saying that it's only April, and I don't want that to come off as I'm not upset at what's
You're
happening.
dismissing us.
I'm no, I don't want that to come off as like I'm not upset with what's happening because I am. I'm just acknowledging the fact that like I totally understand that we don't want to talk about 2024 as much. I
Yeah.
will talk about 2015. I'll talk about all like a lot of years where the Mets had productive seasons. You can point to them having struggling starts. You know what I mean? All I
Mhm.
want to say when I say it's only April is that it really is only April. Like this sucks right now. That doesn't mean things can't get turned around, especially with the current situation in the NL East. It doesn't look amazing. Like
No,
it's not a murderer's row of a division.
not yet.
Not yet, but we still got time, and I still do have faith that a lot of these guys that are in this lineup that are on this team are going to play to the back of their baseball cards because that's typically what happens when you have a team full of really good players. But it is really disheartening when you see Nolan McLean getting Nolan McLean, Freddie Peralta, and all of these good starts getting the Jacob deGrom treatment, and nobody hits for them. And Nicole, you hit it right on the head. Was I saw a team in spring training that looked like they were having fun. And nobody likes losing, and losing is not fun. But I see a lot of the same vibes that I saw last year, where it's just guys that look like they're going through the motions and are just like miserable playing baseball. It hurt me a little bit that I was just doom scrolling on TikTok, and no, actually I wasn't. My cousin sent it to me. It was the video of do you guys remember when Lindor was getting interviewed at the end of the series against the Brewers, and like he couldn't wait to rip the headset off and go run and celebrate with his
Mhm.
team?
Yeah.
What happened? Like
Yeah. I
what
saw that
happened to
too.
that? Because that team was the team we had last year. Wasn't even the same vibe. This year, obviously very different. What happened between 2024 to now that totally ripped this team to pieces, and we don't see that excited energy that we used to? Maybe winning is the thing that'll fix that. Maybe if the bats can get hot and they could start striking, like cracking out some wins, maybe that will change the vibes. But like I just don't understand what happened between 2024 and right now.
I can tell you. I can definitely tell you. And I loved everything that you said and what Nicole said. But I can tell you what it was. Expectations. Expectations brings added pressure. Like let's just really step back and talk about what we're talking about right now. We're talking about a 7-11 team, and you would think that they're like 40 games under 500.
Yeah.
How we feel,
Mhm.
right? And the reason behind that is because since last June, the Mets have played under 500 ball for over 100 games now. That's why you feel that way. That's why Lindor looks that way. That's why everybody else that has been here looks that way, because it's like, yo, we are like in a major funk, and it's not just a 20 game sample size. It's concerning now. Like you're literally going on a full season of playing underwhelming baseball. That weighs on everybody. And for a guy like Lindor that carries the weight of this city on his shoulders, he's not the captain, but he is the captain,
Mm-hmm.
right? So for
Mhm.
him, he's the guy that's always going to get interviewed. He's the guy that always has to put the face on. He's the guy that no matter if he's 3 for 3 or 0 for 3, he has to be up there and give the speech, right? He
Mm-hmm.
has to give the rah-rah speech. He has to make sure that he keeps everything level. That's his job.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard job to have, especially when you have to have those reporters in your face, 100 cameras in your face, all these phones in your face, and you're losing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they look that way.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I'm right there with you. But
it's
I just,
tough. It's tough, man.
eh, it just, I don't, I, man, it really just bugs me because I definitely saw a team that, at least in spring training, that looked like that they were maybe, look, maybe we were maybe we were expecting too much when we were expecting an offense better than what we saw last
Yeah.
year. But I saw an offense that was better than what we're getting right now. I'm seeing a lot of uncompetitive at bats, soft contact, ground balls to the infield, like shallow pop flies. I will give you, like, Alvarez has had a few, Lindor has had a few. Beatty's had a couple where they're just knocking the cover off the ball. It's just not carrying. They're hitting it right to an outfielder. But for the most part, it's a lot of just like nothing. Like that athletic series. I was there. I think it was the last game of the series. It was Sunday, and the ninth inning came, and like, as positive as I like to be, I was like, it's over. Like it was 1, 2, 3, just dribblers to the infield, just immediately done.
Yeah, based on what you've seen, how can you think otherwise? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you've seen you saw a lifeless team in that A series, lifeless,
dead. And it's so infuriating because I know that a lot of, like, I don't know about Vientos. It was nice to see what he did in San Fran. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about Brett Beatty. Because he's streaky as hell. Like, I'm getting tired of the Beatty Vientos conversation because, like, how often are we going to have it? Because neither one of them get on.
Neither one of them right now look like everyday players.
No, they don't. Lindor, it really sucks, and I hate seeing him go through it simply because I know I don't know how much he really listens to it, but I know he hears it from everybody. He's a slow starter. I'm used to this. Bo Bichette is killing me because I feel like this is a guy that's not supposed to strike out as much as he's striking out, and he is swinging at some bad pitches, like real bad pitches.
Here's the silver lining that I'll put out there for us, right? Let's go ahead and just kind of think about this a little differently. Let's take another angle at this. Bo Bichette played his entire career in the American League. It's new pitching. It's new everything for him, right? He's trying to learn a new position. You're in New York. There's a lot of pressure there. So he might need a little bit more time to be able to figure that out. Cool. Let's talk about Jorge Polanco. I think he spent the majority of his career in the American League, correct?
Yeah.
There's an adjustment there. Right.
The thing is, though, I would agree with you more if we were talking American League, National League, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, now everybody plays everybody. Like, there really is no huge difference between the leagues anymore.
What I'm saying is that there's different pitchers over here, right? There's different pitchers. Yeah. There's different things that you see, right? So it takes time to adjust. I mean, look. We saw Juan Soto go from American League to National League. Obviously, he's been bounced around a little bit, but there's a slight adjustment period that you need to have where you're trying to see exactly what it is here. So you got to factor that in. Troy Snicker, right? New hitting coach. They have to start learning his philosophy too, right? There's a lot of things that are like new on this team. We literally gutted our team. We gutted our coaching staff. Mendy's the only one left from the coaching staff of last year, right? Which tells you something else as well. But, like, there's so much new here that I think we took all of that change for granted. Like, oh man, they made so much wholesale changes. It's great. Right? I can't believe that Stearns was able to pull this off. Well, that does come with an adjustment period.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to, like, give the neutral take there, because that could be it. But also too, we have to go ahead and talk about this. These are Major League Baseball players. We can't keep making excuses for these guys. You guys got to go out there and hit. Mm-hmm. This is what you're paid to do. You're in New York. We don't have, as fans, we don't have to give you any leeway. We don't have to give you time. We don't have to give you patience. This is a fan base that is tired of losing. Since Cohen has owned this team, we have looked good once. And I'm not even talking about 2024. I'm talking about when we won over 100 games and we thought we were going to be good, right? And then it fell flat. that team felt like a World Series team. But you had Billy Epler that did not do what he needed to do at the deadline to be able to push this team over the hump, right? That still burns me. 2015 doesn't burn me because, okay, cool, we lost the World Series. But 2022 felt like that was our year. It just felt like
It
it.
was the closest to 2020.
Right.
It was the closest to 2006 I think
Yes.
I've ever felt.
From first game, that team was rocking. It just felt different that year. And for that year to end the way it did, like really and truly, in my opinion, I don't think that we've recovered yet from that. Like, I understand the 2024 run was great. The oh my God was great, but it was a moment in time, right? Because if you take the whole year in totality, it was a struggle, right? We didn't dominate the entire year. We dominated the second half of the year. 2022, we dominated that damn year.
Yeah.
Outside of September. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That year was a total domination. And we felt good as fans. We felt confident about that team. We have not recovered from that. And I feel bad for guys like Mendy. I feel bad for guys like Soto. I feel bad for guys that are now here that are trying to build this thing back up when there's so much tension in the fan base. We want a winner. And we don't care if it's 18 games. We don't care if it's 5 games. We don't care if it's 50 games. We want to see a good product on the field. And right now, we're not having that. And that's why Met fans feel that way. Like, Met fans are like, any Met fan or any person that's telling a Met fan to calm the fuck down does not understand the fan base. Every Met fan should feel the way they want to feel right now. Feel the way you want to feel. If you're frustrated, get it out. If you want to say whatever you want to say, get it out, because I understand where the frustration comes from. It's not these 18 games. It's a totality of what you've seen over the last years. That's what the frustration is coming from, is that you finally have an owner that's willing to spend big money, and shouts to Steve Cohen. He's done a great job with trying to give us a winner, but it still hasn't materialized, and we are fed up. That's all it is.
Agreed.
And that's what's going on right now, is that people are just fed up. And I understand it. I get it. You know, we got a comment here. Joe Saturn, he said, we need another legit bat. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. We don't know who that legit bat is going to be, but maybe these guys just need to wake up. If they do wake up, maybe we don't need another legit bat. I don't even know. I can't even tell you what it is right now. Go ahead, Tom.
I know who the legit bat is.
Good.
Juan Soto. I mean, he's been gone for so long at this point. Right. You know what I mean?
Think about it. They won 4 straight games when he got on the IL. They've lost every game since.
Yeah, it matters. Like that matters. You know, like having an impact bat like him in this lineup lengthens it out and matters.
Listen, having a guy that gets on base 2 to 4 times a game, it matters.
Yeah, it does. It helps everybody out, and he can't get back soon enough. And I want to stop taking all of this time from Nicole, because I feel like she sat there and
listen. You know, I had to get that off, but go ahead, Nicole.
No, like, even like literally the next day, like when he wasn't in the lineup, I looked at him like, oh, like this lineup don't look as good. Like it
looks
ugly
don't
look
now. Like, really?
Yeah, like it just looks weird. But I remember like those few first games where they won. I remember the comments like, oh, we don't need Juan Soto. Like we don't need, we can win without him. And then abysmal ever since then. But yeah, it's just like, even talking to my family too, it's just like this team has no fight. They got no heart. It's just they go up there and they swing. Like the bottom of the ninth last night, it was 3 strikeouts. I'm like, why are you swinging at the first pitch when you're down a run? You got to kind of get someone on base and go for it.
Yeah.
Just swinging at absolute garbage, and especially Bo Bichette. I think I talked about it last week, 2 weeks ago. Like, he's just swing away. Like,
Lost.
Yeah. So it is obviously concerning. It's a whole kind of offense, it's what was it, like 4 out of the past 5 games, whatever, it was like shutout games. It's like that literally looks impossible. Like
Yeah.
seems impossible. Like when you look at this team, like how that even happen? But just being at like the bottom of the league in runs and OPS and all that stuff is just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So especially with the hitting coach coming from the Astros, like the Astros always seem to hit. So it's like, well, it's not translating here. So that obviously has to get figured out as soon as possible.
Peter Bishop says that Alvarez at bat was one of the worst I've ever seen. They didn't throw him anything close to a strike. Yeah, that's just where they are right now.
And
100%.
I don't even want to get on Alvarez too much either, just because he's been the guy that's been going. Like he's surprisingly enough, he's been the guy he's been the most consistent bat in the lineup since
that should bat higher.
Yeah, I think he was 5th yesterday.
That leave him there.
Yeah, but Barry, I honestly like through if you guys listening can see our group chat, you would have no idea that Barry said what he said that I think is the most insightful thing that we've heard this entire show, was that the Mets overhaul. I honestly can't believe you said this. The Mets overhauled everything, and it's going to take more time for this team to gel and get together. And I totally 100% agree with you that maybe the beginning of this season is almost an extended spring training for a lot of these guys, especially like what Nicole said in the beginning, that Lindor didn't have a full spring training at all. And that's why, again, that's why I always fall back on it's April. Like, yeah, this is really frustrating and we just want to be entertained. We want to watch really good baseball. You're right. All of us Mets fans are just riddled with generational trauma because all we have is bad baseball. So the second things go bad, you think everything's going to go bad and it's going to stay bad. That's not where the Mets are right now. Yes, it sucks. But again, I'm looking at April 15th and this season ends at the end of September. And I can tell you that it sucks right now, but I would not be shocked if we're sitting here in May and forgetting all about this.
Right.
Just forgetting that the season started out this way and being like, okay, yeah, that happened, but look at where we are now, because I do believe that a lot of these guys are going to play to the back of their baseball cards. I'm so tired of everybody bitching about Francisco Lindor. How many times does this guy have to get off to a slow start and pick it up for you to realize that's the type of player he is? And guess what? That dude should have won an MVP with that kind of work ethic. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for Shohei Ohtani bullshitting his way,
having an out-of-worldly year.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't even play. Yeah, I mean, but he just hits and doesn't pitch every day. So you know what I mean? Like Lindor should have won that MVP. I'm not arguing, but it's just, it sucks. I totally understand. 7-game losing streak is never good, but I'm sitting down watching them play right this minute, and hopefully that losing streak ends today.
Yeah, I mean, listen, again, I don't want to make any Met fan feel like their frustrations are not valid. Feel it, go through it, like express it, but let's also realize that there's a lot of baseball left, right? And we have to focus on that. Like, it may not turn around, and then changes are going to have to happen at that point, but there is a possibility that it can turn around. So new team, new situations, guys are feeling the crunch already. Like, holy shit, this is New York. Like, this is real. But we'll see.